Hi, my name's Jade, but my friends call me Jayde. I'm 20 years old, I'm from Tasmania, and I like to talk about my life. I've got a lot of problems and I'm out of my comfort zone doing this. And I'm sorry if this seems a bit weird, and I'm sorry if you guys feel uncomfortable. I feel very uncomfortable. This is way out of my comfort zone. Also, this is not going to be my everyday background. I'm at a friend's house. She's the one that's actually helping me do this. She thought it would be good for me. Her name's Gracie. And I thought, why not? Let's do it. Right now I'm really nervous. You probably can't tell, but like I am shaking. Anyway, let's get back to me talking about my problems. So I have borderline personality disorder, PTSD, anxiety, depression, autistic, I'm autistic, and I have slight brain damage and a few other things that I won't get into because this is too much. Let's talk about borderline. With borderline, there's like, instead of having two roads of yes and no, or good and bad, or this is what you do, this is what you don't do, you got multiple roads. Like, say I could just be watching TV, happy with my family, and then like that I have a breakdown in tears and I wouldn't know why. And you get like this feeling like no one wants you around, no one cares for you, and they want nothing to do with you, and it really messes with your head. Because there's a lot of people out there that does care for you, but you don't feel like that. You feel like you're a nobody. You feel like you're in their way, they're a burden. You feel like they're better off without you. But the other side of you knows that it's much more than that, and you do have friends that love you, you have family that love you, and it gets in the way sometimes because there's days where I do feel loved and there's days where I just want to die. And it gets really hard. I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't get easy. Somehow it actually gets worse. And I'm not saying there's a cure for it, but I can give you some ideas of how to deal with it. So like, say if you feel alone, or you feel like you want to hurt yourself. For me, I replace cutting myself with getting tattoos. And when I'm alone, I try to talk to people more. I call people, I talk to my family. At the moment, I live with my dad, my sisters and my uncle, and two of my sisters I live with also have borderline. So in a way we help each other out, but in a way we do not get along, because basically we're two fires making a bigger fire when we're together. There is a lot of medication involved, and a lot of friendship lost, family lost. The other day I felt really alone. I felt like no one wanted me. I felt like I'm better off dead. And I felt like I didn't have any friends, didn't have any family that cared for me. I just felt like a nobody. So I cut myself. But after I did that, I talked to my dad and my sister, and we tried to figure out what we could do to try and help me, and honestly we didn't really know, because in my experience there isn't really much you can do, and I know that's horrible to think, but it's true. There's nothing you can really do. But if you know someone with borderline, don't leave them. Give them time. make them feel like they matter, even if they don't believe you. Just keep doing it. Just be there for them. Be patient with them. Be there, how do you say, when you're a baby, you know, or when you're a kid, you have like a blankie or a teddy, like your favourite thing. Well, borderline, you have favourite people. Trying to be their favourite person, because when someone with borderline has a favourite person, that means they rely on that person and they want that person around them all the time. They love that person, they care for that person. That person's the reason why they're alive. So if you can, and if you will, please be a favourite person, because you won't just be helping yourself with having a friend, you'll be helping someone being alive. And that's, for me, really important, because multiple times I try killing myself. Giving you that attention and the support, and that's something that I wish I have. I don't really, at the moment I'm having a rough moment, because all my friends have their lives of working and schooling, and I don't really do that, and so I'm pretty much losing my friends, which is horrible, but it happens, I guess. It's life, right? Half of me want to stay alive. Like, I'm afraid of death, but the other half of me just wants to die. Like, don't want to exist anymore, because the feelings are just too much. There's just too much going on. It's like you can't escape, and the only way you can escape is death. But then the other half, you don't want to die, because it can be scary, because you can never come back and see your family that you love. And if you have children, you can never see your children again. And that's another thing. If you have kids with borderline, you can't really be a good mother, or father, because borderline gets in the way of everything. I don't even love myself. I don't care for myself. I guess you don't have to love yourself or care for yourself, as long as you feel and you know someone else does. That counts as something. But sometimes you don't feel that, and that can be very upsetting. And sometimes you get rid of someone before they get rid of you. You push people away. You hurt them before they hurt you. If they hurt you a little bit, you hurt them back 10 times worse. That is very horrible. And that's another thing with borderline. You not just hurt yourself, but you hurt other people. And I feel like with me, instead of hurting other people, I hurt myself. And I mean everything, like work, school, keeping up with a friendship. Like, don't be that person that relies on the one person. Like, you gotta be like, it takes two to mingle, but not in that way. Like, friends are meant to be there for each other. You can't just expect that person to just be there all the time just because you're their favourite person. Like, you still gotta have time for them. And people with borderline are really sensitive. Like, really sensitive. You could say one little thing and it can upset them badly. Even if, for example, I had a really bad breakdown a couple months ago, and I hit myself in the head and scratched up my head, and Dad just blurted out, "Stop being a fucking idiot." He knew he didn't mean to say that, and he shouldn't have said that, but it can be intense seeing someone have a breakdown and you don't know what to do. And him saying that really hurt me. I felt unloved. I felt like this is really hard for me because in a way I don't really know how to explain it, because it's one of those things you can only know if you have the problem. And like I said, this is really out of my comfort zone, like I'm losing words, I can't think straight. But this is me trying. If any of my friends or family watching this, I'm sorry if I ever hurt you, and I'm sorry if I don't know, I'm feeling really emotional. Sorry if I hurt you. I'm sorry that I hurt myself. I'm sorry. No, I won't say that. I was going to say sorry that I'm alive.
No.
But I hope for myself that I get better, and I hope that this works out for me, even though it's making me uncomfortable, because sometimes it's good just to sit down in front of the camera, sit in your friend's room late at night and talk about feelings that you keep holding in, and you just cry to yourself. I don't really want to start crying and having a mini breakdown, you know. This is me trying to help someone, not me crying and complaining. This is just me trying to say that you're not alone, even though you feel alone. You are loved even if you feel unloved. You have friends even though you feel you have no friends. You have family that love you even though you feel like you don't have family that love you. Just think of the little things, even though it's hard to. Like when I tried killing myself the other day, what stopped is I'm going to get my blood donated, and that's something I really wanted to do. And what came to my thought is I get my blood taken, I'll save someone's life, you know, something positive, you know. Just try your absolute hardest, even though it's so hard to try to think of something, even if it's small, something positive to get that little slap around the face saying, bitch, stop it, you know, you're being stupid, don't kill yourself, you have something to look forward to, you know. It can be hard, but it's something. And if you feel like you got nothing to be alive for, well, make something to be alive for, even if it's getting a pet, getting out of your comfort zone, drawing, makeup. I know I met a new person the other day, and she has borderline and depression and anxiety, and she said she distracts herself with makeup. With me personally, I don't do makeup, but that's something she likes and something that helps her. So, you know, if that's something you're interested in doing, then do it. And I hope we all get the support we need, and I hope people out there get off their asses and see that this is actually a problem that they need to fix, because people are dying every day because of this problem of mental illness. It's horrible, and definitely in Tasmania, at the hospital here, they said to me, you're an ongoing problem that can't be helped. And I think that's ridiculous. I feel like if they get off their ass, it can be helped. So please, please, find the help you need. That's it. Make a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing. Getting out of my comfort zone. And I'm making a YouTube channel apparently. So that's all I can think of right now. So thank you for watching if you are watching, and be safe and know that you're loved.